Hi, my Capricorn. I need to talk to you about something really important that the cards just revealed. I was doing this reading specifically about 2026, and honestly, what came through was so clear that I had to share this with you immediately. This is not about creating fear or drama, but there is genuinely someone in your orbit right now who could completely derail everything you have been building. The universe is showing me some patterns that you absolutely need to be aware of. So I pulled cards specifically asking about potential threats to your success in 2026. People or situations that could sabotage your progress. What came through was incredibly specific. I am going to walk you through each card because the story they tell together is something you really need to understand. The first card that came out is the King of Wands. Now usually this card represents confident leadership, someone with amazing vision and charisma. But here's what is interesting about how this card showed up in your reading. The energy around it feels almost too intense. Like this is someone who operates at such a high frequency that they can be overwhelming. This person in your life or entering your life is incredibly dynamic. Probably someone you admire, or might even be a little intimidated by. Let me paint you a picture of who this King of Wands represents. This is someone who walks into a room and everyone notices. They have big ideas. They are passionate, they speak with conviction. On the surface, everything about them screams success and power. They might be a business partner, a romantic interest, a mentor figure, or even a friend who seems to have it all figured out. The problem is that the King of Wands energy here is not showing up as your ally. It is showing up as a potential threat to your stability. What I am picking up is that this person has a way of making you doubt your own methods. You Capricorns are known for being strategic, methodical, patient. You build things brick by brick with incredible discipline. But this King of Wands person operates completely differently. They are all about fast moves, big risks, dramatic gestures. When you are around them, you might start feeling like your approach is too slow, too boring, too cautious. They might not even say this directly, but their energy makes you question yourself. Here is the dangerous part. This person might convince you to abandon your proven strategies for something that sounds exciting, but is actually reckless. They might push you into investments you are not ready for, business decisions that go against your instincts, or relationship dynamics that compromise your boundaries. The King of Wands loves the thrill of the game, but they do not always think about long-term consequences the way you do. If you let their energy override your natural wisdom, you could end up in situations that take years to recover from. I am also seeing that this person might have a bit of an ego problem. They need to be the star, the leader, the one everyone listens to. If you start achieving success that overshadows theirs, watch out. The competitive side of this energy can turn toxic really quickly. They might start subtly undermining you, taking credit for your ideas, or creating drama that distracts you from your goals. This is someone who can be inspiring one moment and absolutely destructive the next. The second card I pulled is Nine of Cups, which is fascinating because this is typically the wish fulfillment card, the card of satisfaction and getting what you want. But in this context, with the energy of the King of Wands before it, the Nine of Cups is showing me something really specific about how this person operates, and why they are so dangerous to you specifically. The Nine of Cups represents someone who knows exactly what you want. This person has studied you, they understand your dreams, your desires, your vulnerabilities. They know what makes you tick. This is why they are so effective at getting into your life and potentially causing damage. They do not come across as a threat initially. In fact, they probably come across as someone who can help you get everything you have been working toward. Think about it. You have been grinding, building your empire stone by stone. You have big dreams for 2026. Maybe you want to level up in your career, find a meaningful relationship, achieve financial freedom, or finally get recognition for your work. This Nine of Cups person appears in your life seeming like they hold the key to making those dreams come true faster. They might offer you opportunities that sound too good to be true. They might promise connections, shortcuts, insider knowledge. But here's what the cards are warning you about. The Nine of Cups in this position is showing me false satisfaction. This person might give you temporary wins that feel amazing in the moment, but ultimately lead you away from your authentic path. They might introduce you to a lifestyle that looks successful on the outside, but is actually empty or unsustainable. You know how social media shows everyone living their best life, but behind the scenes, things are falling apart. That is the energy I am getting here. There is also something about emotional manipulation with this Nine of Cups energy. This person knows how to make you feel special, chosen, important. They might shower you with attention, praise, or promises when they want something from you. But the moment you are no longer useful to them, or you start questioning their motives, that attention disappears. You will find yourself constantly trying to get back to that initial high they gave you. And in the process, you will compromise more and more of yourself. I am seeing that this person might also encourage indulgence in ways that distract you from your real goals. Maybe they are always inviting you out, keeping you in a constant state of celebration or distraction. While you are busy enjoying the moment with them, your discipline starts to slip. Your routines fall apart. Your long-term projects get neglected. Before you know it, months have passed, and you have nothing to show for it except some good times that did not actually move your life forward. Now the third card that came through is Queen of Pentacles, which adds another whole layer to this situation. The Queen of Pentacles is usually about nurturing, practical wisdom, material security. But positioned here in your reading, this card is telling me something crucial about what you stand to lose. If you do not protect yourself from this person, the Queen of Pentacles represents everything you have built and everything you are capable of building. This is your empire, your resources, your stability, your reputation. You have worked incredibly hard to get where you are. You have made sacrifices, stayed disciplined when others were out partying, invested in yourself when it was not easy. The Queen of Pentacles is showing me that you are sitting on something valuable, even if you do not fully recognize it yet. Here's what is critical. The person represented by the King of Wands who appears as a Nine of Cups to you. They see your Queen of Pentacles energy, and they want access to it. They might not have the same level of stability or resources that you have built. They might be more flash than substance. What they want is to attach themselves to your foundation because their own ground is shaky. I am getting very specific information here. This person might try to involve you in their financial schemes or business ventures. They will make it sound like a partnership, like you are building something together. But really, they need your resources, your credibility, your network, or your money to prop up their own situation. If you invest your Queen of Pentacles energy into their King of Wands chaos, you could lose substantial ground. There is also something about your emotional and energetic resources. The Queen of Pentacles takes care of herself and others from a place of abundance. But if this person becomes a constant drain on your energy, always in crisis, always needing your support, your wisdom, your time, you will deplete yourself. You might find your own garden withering because you are spending all your time watering someone else's. The cards are showing me that your power in 2026 lies in protecting and growing your Queen of Pentacles energy. This means being selective about who you let into your inner circle. It means recognizing that not every exciting person or opportunity deserves your investment. It means trusting your instincts even when someone is telling you that your careful approach is outdated or too conservative. The fourth card that appeared is Justice, which is absolutely perfect because this card is all about consequences, truth, and karmic balance. Justice does not show up to mess around. This card is telling you that 2026 is a year where everything will be weighed and measured with precision. The choices you make, the people you align with, the boundaries you set or fail to set, all of this will have very real consequences. Justice is showing me that the universe is basically putting you on notice. You are being given clear signs about who this potentially destructive person is. The red flags are there, even if they are subtle right now. Justice is saying that you cannot claim ignorance later if you choose to overlook what you are being shown. This is your warning, your chance to make the right decision before things get messy. What I find really interesting about Justice appearing here is that it also represents legal matters, contracts, and formal agreements. If this King of Wands person is trying to involve you in any kind of business deal, partnership agreement, or even a serious relationship commitment, you need to be extremely careful. Do not sign anything without proper legal review. Do not make verbal agreements that could come back to bite you. Do not assume that everyone operates with the same integrity that you do. Justice is also telling me that there might be information you do not have yet about this person. They might be hiding things from you, presenting a version of themselves that is not the complete truth. Before you commit to anything with them, do your research. Ask questions. Talk to people who have known them longer. Trust but verify, as they say. If someone gets defensive or evasive when you ask reasonable questions, that is your answer right there. The beautiful thing about justice is that it also promises protection. If you operate with integrity yourself, if you stay true to your values, if you make decisions from a place of honesty and fairness, if you do not let anyone pressure you into compromising your ethics, then justice will work in your favor. Any attempts by this person to manipulate or deceive you will eventually come to light. The truth always does. Justice ensures that. I am also seeing that justice is advising you to be fair but firm in your boundaries. You do not have to be cruel or dramatic about protecting yourself. You can be calm, clear, and consistent. If someone does not respect your boundaries, you can simply remove yourself from the situation without a big confrontation. Let your actions speak for you. Justice appreciates clean, decisive choices based on principle rather than emotion. The fifth card is Nine of Swords, which honestly makes so much sense given everything else we have seen. The Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety, sleepless nights, mental anguish. This card is showing me what happens if you do not heed the warnings that the other cards have given you. This is a potential outcome if you let this person into your life in a significant way without proper boundaries. The Nine of Swords represents the mental and emotional toll of being involved with someone who is not good for you. I am seeing you lying awake at night, replaying conversations, trying to figure out what went wrong, questioning your own judgment. This person has a way of getting into your head and making you doubt yourself. They might gaslight you, move goalposts, or create confusion that leaves you feeling unstable. What is particularly painful about the Nine of Swords energy is the isolation that comes with it. You might find yourself in a situation where you cannot talk to anyone about what you are experiencing because you are embarrassed that you let it get this far. Or maybe this person has slowly separated you from your support system, making you dependent on them for validation or guidance. The anxiety builds because you feel trapped with nowhere to turn. I am also picking up on worry about reputation and consequences. If you get entangled with this person professionally, there might come a point where their drama or unethical behavior reflects badly on you. You could lose credibility you worked years to build. If you get involved with them romantically, you might find yourself in a relationship that is so consuming and chaotic that everything else in your life falls apart. The Nine of Swords is showing me regret, the kind where you look back and clearly see all the red flags you ignored. But here is the thing, and this is important. The Nine of Swords is appearing as a warning, not a prediction. The cards are not saying this will definitely happen to you. They are showing you the potential consequence of not protecting yourself. This is your chance to avoid this outcome entirely. Every moment of anxiety this card represents can be prevented if you make wise choices now. The Nine of Swords is also revealing something about your own tendency toward worry and overthinking. Part of why this person might be so dangerous for you specifically is that they exploit your conscientious nature. They know you will agonize over decisions, second-guess yourself, try to be fair even when someone is treating you unfairly. They use your own thoughtfulness against you. The antidote is to trust your first instinct and act on it quickly before you talk yourself out of what you know is right. The final card, the sixth card in this reading, is Strength. I have to tell you, this card showing up at the end gives me so much hope for you. Strength is not about aggression or force. It is about inner power, calm courage, gentle persistence. This card is telling me that you absolutely have everything you need to protect yourself from this person and to thrive in 2026 despite any threats. Strength shows a figure calmly taming a lion, not through violence but through patience and inner confidence. This is exactly the energy you need to channel when dealing with the King of Wands person. You do not need to match their intensity or get into confrontations. You do not need to prove anything or defend yourself endlessly. You simply need to be unshakable in your knowing of what is right for you. The Strength card is revealing that your real power lies in your quiet consistency. While this other person is all flash and drama, you have something much more valuable, which is the ability to stay grounded, no matter what is happening around you. When they are trying to sweep you up in their chaos, you can be the calm in the storm. When they are pushing you to make rash decisions, you can choose to move at your own pace. I am seeing that strength is also about compassion, but compassion with boundaries. You can see this person clearly, understand their wounds or insecurities that drive their behavior, and still choose not to sacrifice yourself trying to fix or save them. You can wish them well from a distance. You can be kind without being available. This is mature, evolved energy that will serve you incredibly well. What really excites me about strength appearing here is that it suggests you are going to come out of 2026 stronger than you went in. The challenge that this person represents is actually an opportunity for you to develop even more resilience and wisdom. Every time you choose yourself over someone else's agenda, you build that strength muscle. Every boundary you hold, every manipulation you recognize and refuse, every moment you trust yourself over someone else's influence, you are becoming more powerful. Strength is also telling me about patience with yourself through this process. You might not get it perfect every time. You might have moments where you second guess or where you let someone take advantage briefly before you catch yourself. That is okay. This is not about being perfect. It is about being willing to learn and adjust. The Strength card celebrates progress over perfection. Looking at all 6 cards together, the message is so clear. There is someone with King of Wands energy who will appear as your 9 of Cups, promising to fulfill your wishes. They pose a real threat to your Queen of Pentacles stability. Justice is warning you to pay attention and act with integrity. The 9 of Swords shows what happens if you ignore the warnings. But Strength promises that you have exactly what you need to navigate this successfully. Here is my advice for you moving into 2026. Pay attention to who makes you feel unstable or rushed. Notice who benefits most from your association with them. Watch for people who love bomb you initially then become inconsistent or demanding. Trust your gut when something feels off even if you cannot articulate why. Protect your resources, your energy, your time like the precious things they are. Do not let anyone make you feel bad for being careful or boundaried. Your caution is not a weakness, it is wisdom. Your slow, steady approach is not boring, it is sustainable. Your need for clarity and honesty is not too much to ask, it is the bare minimum. Anyone who tries to convince you otherwise is probably the person these cards are warning you about. Remember that saying no to the wrong thing is saying yes to yourself. Every boundary you set creates space for something better to enter your life. The right people, the right opportunities. They will not require you to compromise your values or abandon your instincts. They will appreciate and complement your Queen of Pentacles energy rather than trying to exploit it. I really feel like this reading found you at exactly the right time. The fact that you are here listening to this means you are already tuned in to the need for protection and awareness. Trust that. Keep developing your strength. Let justice guide your decisions. Protect your Queen of Pentacles foundation. Stay alert for that King of Wands energy showing up as false 9 of Cups promises. Avoid the 9 of Swords outcome by acting on what you know now. You are being prepared for something really amazing in 2026. But first you need to clear out anything or anyone who would interfere with that. This is your year to rise. But only if you protect what you have built with fierce love for yourself. The cards have your back. I have your back. Now you need to have your own back too. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you, or if you have already identified who this person might be. I would love to hear your stories. Stay strong, Capricorn. You have got this.